Woo! Hey everyone, this is Daryl from Daily Crypto Trade Signals coming to you live from Vietnam, guys. It's our morning time, drive time update here in Vietnam. Wow, wow, woo, woo, woo. So, guys and gals, we got lots to talk about. We got to talk about Luna and the UST, and you know how the UST has been pegged to the dollar and that's collapsing. We're going to talk about how Luna tuna has just collapsed again, and we've seen these super low prices, like it crashed down to almost $14. And that is not good. And people are talking about there's been a coordinated attack against the Luna, against the UST, the Luna stablecoin, and that is not good. And that's not helping the crypto markets. Also, in about 12 hours from now, we're going to see some huge break it or make it news for cryptocurrency, and that's the CPI data is coming out. So hopefully that'll be positive, and we'll see that the inflation goes down, because that will jumpstart. That could be the trigger that helps send us into recovery mode for Bitcoin and the rest of cryptocurrencies. So, let's dive into it. Let's absolutely get into it. Let's go down the rabbit hole with the OG in the house. Let's get it, guys. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This is the OG in the house, expressing opinion. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. So, guys, sorry I missed a couple of videos yesterday. I had a huge migraine headache, had to lay on the bed in total darkness like a vampire. So I'm feeling a lot better. I feel a little bit chipper. I got pep in my step. So that's pretty good, guys. So let's jump into it right now. So we're seeing that yesterday the markets were pretty much mixed. We had the Dow Jones was down, the S&P was up, and the NASDAQ was slightly up. So that's not too bad in the house. So that's looking okay. However, Biden did come out yesterday, and he did have this whole news conference about inflation and this and that. And really, it was really a nothing burger, and a lot of people are expecting that Biden would come out and give some strategic direction, what's going to happen, at least give a hint to what inflation would be in the next 12 to 3 hours when the CPI, 12 to 13 hours when the CPI data comes out. But it was really he just kind of like attacked the Republicans, and he shifted the focus on the war, and he really didn't take any credible steps or advice as to what the government's going to be doing about inflation and all that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens when the CPI data comes out. So that's going to be a very interesting announcement, a very interesting argument, guys. So, a lot of people are expecting that the consumer price index report should show that inflation has already peaked last month, and that we could start to see things coming down. So the CPI is expected to raise about 0.2% in April, or 8.1 on annualized basis. That's compared to about 1.2 monthly increase we had over year in March, guys. So hopefully that we're going to see that CPI data is going to be coming down, down. So we're expecting 8.1. Last month we got 8.6, and that comes out at 8:30. So that's about 12 or 13 hours from now when you're watching this video, depending on your time zone, guys. So this could be the trigger. This could be the catalyst that could send Bitcoin into recovery mode. So right now we're seeing that Bitcoin is at 31,438, and exactly as I predicted, I did tell you that we were going to drop down to around about $29,000 in the house, and we did get there. We did go there, and we're, as I said in previous videos, we saw this before back in January. So it's kind of forming a double bubble, double top. But we see that back in July and in May and June, we did see these areas before, and once we hit these lows, and this $29,000 area, I think is the bottom. I think we've hit the bottom, and I think we're going to continue going up. Now the whole Luna, Terra, and the Luna stablecoin hasn't helped crypto at all as well. That's been a pretty bad omen for crypto, and that has really slowed down the recovery of Bitcoin. So today is going to be a big catalyst. If we see that inflation report comes out better than expected, we're going to see crypto and the whole broader markets pump, guys. And this is absolutely going to be the jump start, the CPR that the crypto markets need to get things going. So right now we're seeing that BTC is slightly in the positive territory. It's at 31,352, and that's not bad considering we went as low as 29,000 and some change. So that $29,000 area is definitely the bottom. I believe it's a bottom. We're going to hit a double bottom, and it moves a double bubble, guys, and we're definitely going to be going up like crazy. So guys and gals and amoebas, dogs and cats, guys, get ready, buckle up. We're seeing Ethereum is also coming back as well. We're seeing the fear and greed out there is at 12 right now. So we've moved up from yesterday. We're in extreme fear. If this kept on sliding below 29,000, going to 28, 27, we could have been seeing for the first time in history fear and greed going to zero, going negative, guys. So that is pretty cool beans. And if you take a look at Luna right now, Luna is getting slaughtered right now. You can see that Luna is down another 54%. And we have not seen these levels for Luna for a long time. It's unprecedented. The last time Luna was at these levels, was way back in this area here, and that was like the August 17, 2021. So Luna's taken a lot of hit. And a lot of people are saying this, Luna's definitely become unpegged against the US dollar. You can see here, it should be 99 cents, but it's only 83 cents in the house. And that is not good. And people are saying there's been some coordinated attack against Luna. And it's just kind of weird because remember April 1st, Dogecoin came out with this article how he was going to tank crypto and how he's going to tank a Bitcoin. Remember that article? I did talk about that. If you go back to my April 1st, April 2nd video, I did talk about that, highlight that, and he said he was only kidding, but maybe he wasn't. Maybe this was intentional. Who knows what is going on with Luna Tuna, but a lot of people are speculating there's been a coordinated attack out there, so that is not good in-house. And you can see that also right now, India has levied a 28% GST tax on all crypto transactions, and it's also kind of weird out there that you can see that Yellen echoes stablecoin warning, and she cites the UST crash. So what this a coordinated effort with the government to dump the stablecoin? I don't know, but something is kind of weird and does not feel right about this whole US Terra going down, guys. So right now for Luna Tuna, what am I doing for Luna Tuna? Well, I'm sorry to say, but 3 days ago when the US Terra stablecoin start to get unpegged, I basically dumped all my Luna. I really thought that something weird is going to happen because algorithmic stablecoins do not fluctuate like that. And as soon as I saw that big dumpage, I dumped all my Luna Tuna. Luckily, I was at about 55% in the profit for Luna. So I did sell, I did make some money. But, if I had sold today, I would have been underwater. I mean, my buy price for Luna was around about $13.19. So if I had sold today, yeah, I would have made like a teensy-wincy bit of profit. But I'm so happy, I'm so fantastic that I did sell. And I did hold, the Luna that I did sell, I did hold it in UST, and then I did buy Bitcoin at $30,000. So it was kind of a bit of a win-win for me. Was it luck? Was it hindsight? No, but I did get a lot of messages about this UST being unpegged, and I just thought something weird is going to happen. So I did sell, and I did warn all of you in my previous YouTube videos that you guys just have to watch out for Luna out there, and I did say be very cautious. I didn't want to give financial advice, but you did have to be cautious, absolutely be cautious out there. So that is weird and wacky out there. So right now we're seeing that the on-chain exchange flow is going in the wrong direction. We're seeing that $1.7 billion worth of Bitcoin has flown onto exchange. So we're seeing that a lot of short-term holders have sold their Bitcoin, panic sold into market. We're seeing that Ethereum as well, about 15.3 million, also went onto exchanges, and this is in the last 24 hours, just to keep you updated. And we're seeing that a lot of people have been panicking, selling, and also too we're seeing the net flow of US Tether also negative. So that's gone off exchanges. So people have sold their Bitcoin, have sold their Ethereum, and have been taking profits, guys. So that is what that is all about. So this coming in, it looks like Ethereum exchange net flow just reached a 1 month high of 4,074 Ethereum. So we're seeing that once again, the exchange flow has reached an all-time high. People are panicking. People have been panicking, selling. And, a lot of it's been these paper hands, and they just don't have the gumption to hold with diamond hands, guys. So I haven't sold anything other than Luna, and I actually did rebalance. I did take my Luna. I did pick up Bitcoin. So I haven't taken any money out of my crypto portfolio. I just redistributed, and that was a good thing. And in hindsight, that was a good move on my part. Was it luck? Was it hindsight? Was it skill? I don't know, but I just kind of had the hairs on the back of my head kind of stood up when, I got this, when I got the message that Luna was depegging. So actually, one of my good friends, Ben, he actually did send me a message, and he alerted me to it. And as soon as I saw that, I mean, boom, I was out of my Luna holdings like crazy. So that was pretty good. I was still up. So we're seeing that Bitcoin, BTC percent supply last active 5 years just reached a 3-month high. So this really confirms that long-term holders, ladies and gentlemen, long-term holders are still holding onto Bitcoin like crazy. And the the people with kryptonite hands out there, they have still got the conviction. We have not capitulated. I have not capitulated. In fact, I've been buying more Bitcoin like crazy. In the last week or so, I picked up almost about 2 Bitcoin. So I have been buying more Bitcoin because I know for a fact that in June we're going to see a huge pumpity pump, and we've seen this here before. When we went back all the way here, when we saw this, when we did approach the $29,000 area, we did see a huge pump, and we're seeing that Bitcoin has a big head and shoulder pattern forming right now on the 4-hour time frame. And this is a shoulder, this is a head, this is the and the final shoulder forming, guys. So this is pretty bullish, and you can see that if we look at this, we actually did paint a higher low compared to here and here. So that is pretty positive from that perspective. And I absolutely do believe, I firmly believe that we're going to be seeing Bitcoin taking off in June. And I think this is going to be, I believe we've hit the bottom. And you can see the number of addresses holding 0.1 plus coins have reached an all-time high. So there has been some accumulation. There has been a lot of people buying Bitcoin, and whales are still accumulating. The third biggest wallet of Bitcoin has still buying more Bitcoin. And if you look at realized losses, this is actual losses, you can see that Bitcoin right now, we've had realized losses of about $3 billion. But if you compare that to the July and May crashes, when we had the crashes last year, it's still much lower than those peaks. And remember when we were back in July, after we had these crashes, we did see a Bitcoin rise to all-time high of 69,000. So you guys, if this is your first time to see a huge Bitcoin crash, congratulations, you survived. And if you didn't sell your Bitcoin, if you didn't wet the bed, poop the bed because you were panicking, and you still held on to your crypto, so you guys are going to be rewarded with life-changing wealth, life-changing gains in 2025. So worst case scenario, hold to 2025. That's what I'm planning to do. But I still believe that in June this year, we're going to see a huge rise to the top side, guys. So this is pretty bullish. And you can also see here that capitulation events in 5 years. We've seen all of these capitulation events back in January 18, to January 19, May 2020, May 2021. But you can see this January 22nd. This capitulation event was not as huge as those other previous events. And after we had these capitulation events, you did see that Bitcoin did rise. So that is why I believe that Bitcoin is going to rise from the ashes like a phoenix and go to the moon. And particularly if we get this CPI data, and it comes out positive, we're going to be seeing a huge, we're going to be seeing a pump, guys. We can see ourselves getting back to $35,000. Easy peasy Japanese. So this is from Unchained College. 8.5 million Bitcoin are currently sitting at a loss. This is about 45% of the total circulating supply is currently at a loss. So, some of the, medium-term holders have been sitting at a loss, guys. But if we still look at the liquid supply right here, we can still see the liquid supply is still the greater and the dominant amount of Bitcoin that's being held. We're seeing that the liquid supply has raised a little bit, but we're still seeing that the majority of Bitcoin is still off exchanges and it's being held by diamond kryptonite hands, guys. So let's take a look at Bitcoin on the daily. You can still see that we did break down below my parallel channel line, but we're attempting to go back up, guys. So that is pretty bullish. So right now we're seeing that we're still painting a green candle. On the weekly chart, we got 4 days and 22 hours on this Bitcoin weekly chart. And, we are absolutely in this blue box, guys. And every time we hit this blue box, this signifies Bitcoin bottom. We saw this back in January 2021. We saw it back in May. We saw it back again in June. And we saw it in July. So every time we get into this blue box area, this is often a huge signal that we're going to have an explosive upside. So we're back in this blue box. So this is what is really telling me we have hit the bottom and we're going to be going uppity up, guys. Let's take a look at the leverage apes right now. So right now for the leverage apes, we're seeing around about 394 million leverage apes have been wrecked. That's about 143,000 traders. They've lost their money, guys. They're out of there. So if you look at the 24-hour time frame, we're seeing mainly longs 50-50, and on the 1 hour, we're seeing shorts building up. So that could start to make a positive move for Bitcoin. We see a short squeeze, and we could see the market makers pushing up the price of Bitcoin. So that is pretty good. If you look at the 12 hours as well, so we're seeing seeing that, the short positions are building up on the hourly, and that is pretty good because this is indicative of a Bitcoin price going to the upside, guys. And right now for Dogecoin, we're seeing that right now. Dogecoin, we're seeing a lot of Dogecoin transactions happening. We're seeing a big spike, a 200% spike in trading volume in the last 24 hours. And there's been a lot of people actually buying and accumulating Dogecoin. So that's been a pretty positive sign and symbol for the Dogecoin. So right now for the price of Dogecoin is just gingerly under 11 cents right now. So, and this is our huge descending triangle that goes way back. And, we are going to get ourselves back up there pretty soon. And we're just waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. So really, what's really dragging down the Dogecoin is the transaction volumes are really, really high right now. They spiked over 200%. We did have a bit of a fake out as well, but we did come down from that fake out. And we're just right now skirting just under 11 cents. And, once Bitcoin makes that move, we're going to see Dogecoin make a move, guys. So Doge Army, Doge community, be positive. Do not give up, guys. Absolutely do not give up. Let's take a look at Ethereum in the house right now. So Ethereum is exactly right now at 2370, and we did go down to 2200 support. We bounced up the top side. So Ethereum is coming back and looking a little bit stronger. If we take a look at Solana right now, Solana is also looking positive. We're seeing a big, huge red candle in terms of volume. We're seeing good red candles as well. Green candles, not red candles. So that's pretty positive. We're at 67.9175. So, Luna Tuna is down. My advice is not financial advice. If you're holding a lot of Luna Tuna and you are in the money, maybe you want to think about releasing some of that, converting it to Bitcoin. That's not financial advice. That's what I did. You may want to consider doing the same thing. Let's take a look at the total markets, guys. So right now, the total market cap, let me just give this a minute refresh. Make sure we got all the updated data for you all out there. It's about 1.45 trillion. The volumes are still heavy, guys. We've got a lot of selling going on right now. But the selling pressure should start to give up and start to wane, and we should start getting some more buying pressure because we do see that the leverage positions are short. So that is going to be pretty good, and we should start to see more buying pressure going to the upside right now. So let's take a look at the total coinage in the house. So Bitcoin is still showing some positivity out there. It's at 31,342. It did come down from 32,000, and that was because Biden was kind of like non-directional, kind of talking in circles, talking about nothing, and kind of like deflecting from inflation and talking about this and that. So that will cause a little bit of the jitters going on. So let's just take a little gander at the pre-market, see what's going on. So the pre-markets are green right now. So Wall Street is anticipating some positive news for the absolute positive news for the CPI data coming out. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. So we're seeing that Ethereum is up as well, 1.17%. We're seeing BNB is up 3%, so that's pretty good. We're seeing Solana is up 4%. We're seeing ADA is still down, down. We're seeing Doge has come back at 2.24%. We're seeing US Tether, US Terra is up 99%, but as an algorithmic stable coin, it should be no lower than 99%. So this is still in danger zone, guys. We're seeing that Avalanche is up. We're seeing DOT is up. We're seeing Shiba is up 7%. Matic is also up, guys, so that is pretty good. Luna Tuna is getting beaten up badly. It's down 82.57% in 30 days, guys and gals. I'm not sure if Luna can recover from this. Is Luna done as a project? There's been too many people attacking the whole project, so this could spell the end, the doom and gloom from Luna. I'm not holding any Luna right now. I did get out about 3 days ago, so I did okay. I was in a profit, but for those of you who held Luna and you bought in the last 90 days, you guys are hurting bad. So my prayers are with you. God bless each and every one of you. So with Luna, just be very cautious, be very careful out there. So this brings this video to a close. We got 4,403 followers. Go and follow, smash the likes, subscribe, BYB. Don't forget to give super chats, guys. Don't forget to check out all the linky winks down below. We got Dogecoin tipping jar. Show some love now. This is financial advice. Become a Patreon member, buy a channel, a coffee. Would really appreciate it. Check out the merch, guys. I know a lot of you are not in the mood for the merch. So guys and gals, I just want to say God bless each and every one of you. Be well. Crypto is a jungle, guys. I believe that we're going to see a recovery today once we have that positive CPI data coming out. So God bless you. I'll see you next one. Woo!